Hey friends, how are you? How you been? I hope that you are thriving and vibing. Let's get into what messages your guides might have for you for today. I know there's a few new people in the collective, to which I'd like to specifically say hi, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the hang. Get cozy and let's see what your guides want to have a yap about today. Universe, please incite information. What does our beautiful collective need to bring to the focus today? What is around that maybe they can't see, or maybe they are choosing not to see? Oh my God, girl. 10 of Swords. The last reading had like 10 of Swords come out twice. Are you okay? Are you okay? I hope that you're doing okay. Oh, okay. Let's see what is going on with this 10 of Swords energy. Okay, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. I can see this drive to want to give, but it feels like your energy is really depleted. You might be feeling really, really, really tired, but it feels like there are so many things that are overwhelming in this reading. It's like you want to give, and there is so much that you want to do. There are so many places that you want to go, but you are not feeling like you're able to, or you don't have the capacity to do that. And like the being tired on one side, and then also feeling really drained by this whole idea that like you want to do things, but you're unable to, that's also extremely overwhelming. So you're like, ambition and current circumstances are just kind of like hashing it out. So that is super unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. Let's have a look. There's one card that wants to, The 8 of Swords also coming up here. I feel myself already being called to get a second tarot deck because I feel like we're going to need to. So I feel like this particular reading is for those people that feel really, really stuck, bound, trapped. I want to almost say, I did say it. I said it. Okay. I'm rubbing my hands together again. I don't know what that is. It only happens every now and then in the readings for you. What is that? Okay. I feel like you are, not only are you like bound in that you can't go and do the things that you want to do, it also leaves you in a place where you don't want to receive anything from anyone. You don't want to receive communication. You don't want to receive gifts. You don't want to receive attention or affection. Like, because you cannot give, you are like refusing to receive. Oh, Lord. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't always, if this is a different, this message is hitting people that aren't maybe hitting, like resonating with the last reading, because I feel like these are very different. Let's have a look at the Knight of Wands energy. Let's see what's going on with them. Universe, please, insight and information. I'm getting that this is your energy. We have the Empress. The 9 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay. I can see this fire within you to want to go towards. It feels like your head and your heart are battling it out in the same way that your ambition and your circumstances are kind of at war. Because a lot of this ambition or this like inner calling is to go towards someone in particular that is just so fruitful, abundant, like fertile. Like I say that in that like everything they do, just like they could take a patch of dirt and they can turn that into a beautiful garden that feeds so many people. Like that's the kind of energy they hold. They can take something that's like next to nothing and they see the potential in it and they can make so many beautiful things grow. That's that person that you are like wanting to go towards. And they do that. They go ahead and they make a whole world where they are sitting pretty and they've got everything that they want, everything that they need. And they're also like a very, very deep person. Now, as I get into it, like I did say that this feels like I'm tapping into a different energy than my usual collective. Now this, I might actually be, because the Empress is coming up and I know my collective, you all are that Empress energy. So if like this might be someone, like I might be tapping into your person's energy a little bit more, and that might be like this is their perspective on you, because maybe not for everyone, but like that could be the case here. So I'm going to keep talking to the Knight of Wands. This energy that wants to move towards the Empress, but is swords. Like, and like not the fun, active, communicative swords, like the bound, heavy, trapped swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. I can just hear, like, it's interesting because I know I'm tapping into a different energy than I would usually tap into for this collective, because for my Empress energy types, my usual collectives, your guides are very like verbose and they got a lot to say and they're going to be sassy, but these guides are, the messages coming through are very like short and what's the word I'm looking for? Succinct. All I'm hearing is move. It could be really important just for you physically to get in whatever movement you can. Start moving your energy around a little bit more. So that includes physically, but like, I'm also getting that like energetically your mind needs to go to different things. I'm getting that your mind is probably focused or being like your attention and your focus is being placed in particular places, but like I don't feel like it's moving in enough places. It needs to diversify. Yeah, you need to be reading more, like you need to be looking at some different things. Let's say, for example, like you're super into true crime, right? Let's say you're like really, really into true crime. Yeah. You need to go watch and read and consume some other content. I'm not saying like not true crime, but like other things as well. Like put your mind to work and have your mental energy kind of just diversify a little bit more. This is weird, y'all. It's strange tapping into some different advice. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, let's circle back to this Empress, Queen of Cups energy, right? There's obviously something like so many cups coming up from one energy. What is the significance here? What is the significance of this Empress energy? Queen of Swords, King of Cups. Okay. Anything else? Ten of Cups, okay. This is what I feel like you feel, right? Or some part of you subconsciously feels this. I don't know if it's the conscious part of you that thinks of it this way, but there is definitely a part of you that feels like this Empress, Queen of Cups energy is there, like honesty and action would drive you into a place where you would have to focus in more on the parts of yourself that maybe you don't let yourself explore, like your emotions. It's almost like approaching this Empress with the way that they're showing up in this particular thing with this like Queen of Swords. It would like you would have no choice but to transform into a King of Cups when you are in their energy. And I think that, you know, part of you really wants that. Part of you wants that healing. Part of you wants to express and to feel. And then 10 of Cups. In your head, it's like this fantasy of like, if I can do that, everything is just going to like be so good. That's why this is significant to you, because I feel like you're in a place where you're feeling really, really trapped and you aren't feeling hope. And to you, there's this fantasy playing out that like, if you went there, there's like this hope there. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna have a snoop, y'all. We're gonna have a snoop, okay? That is why this person is significant to you. Let's see how this Empress energy is feeling about you. Universe, please. How does the Empress see the relationship between them and the Knight of Wands? Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. So definitely there seems to be this underlying, and split the deck, there's the Nine of Swords as well. There is this underlying like defeat feeling going on here. It's like things seem like outwardly like positive, but they don't seem to be like, with this Empress energy, it's becoming the energy is very centralized on themselves, you know? So if I ask something like, what does this Empress like think of the Knight of Wands, you? There is Page of Swords, clear, honest communication, straight up, but also the world. With this particular like imagery of the world, I'm being really drawn to this wreath around them. And it's giving like, they are being open and vulnerable. They are being so themselves right now, but there is a boundary around. There is this very intuitive High Priestess energy coming up for them as well, which I love. We love Empress and High Priestess energies over here. Like if we put a magician in, this energy would be like my best friend. As in, yeah, my best friend. As in like love them so much because they're amazing. We have the World and the High Priestess, right? They are like crucially to themselves intuitive, and it feels like, yeah, I think that when I get these cards, we also have the Ten of Pentacles here. Like, their focus is on themselves and a specifically financially stable situation moving forward. So being focused on themselves, being true to themselves, being aligned with their intuition, honoring themselves, and building a stable foundation for their future. That seems to be the thing that they are the most focused on. So as I tap into their energy, be like, what do they think of your energy? I don't think I don't want to say, I stop myself when I say not, I don't think that I was going to say you're not on their mind, but I can't say that. Like, that's not it. It's that their focus is on their future and themselves, right? So in terms of the significance of this relationship, that's where they are, is like they're just on their journey with themselves and in the honesty that they are trying to pursue, the alignment that they're trying to pursue. Okay. That might not have been what you wanted to hear. Everyone wants to hear, they're thinking about you and they wish this and they wish that and they're coming back towards you. We did have all of those Swords coming up, it feels like there has been a situation where there's been a miscommunication. There is a distance here, obviously. If you're feeling like I don't feel like you're thinking this at all. No. There is a tiny part of you that is wishing for this. Wishing there was a part of you that could take this action. But more largely, you are just 10 of Swords energy. 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, like not moving energy. And there is that part of you that's just daydreaming, fantasizing about this Empress energy. So let's see what your guides have to say to you to help you move through this chapter. Universe, please, insight and information. What messages do you have for them? And what advice can you give them to help them move through this chapter? I just keep getting move, like run, like do something. That's all I'm getting. Ooh. Okay. So we have the 5 of Wands. We have so many wands, right? Because you're the Knight of Wands here. 5 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands. The imagery that I'm getting, right, is that like there seems to be this internal battle, this internal journey that you need to go on, because at the end of whatever this path is, there is going to be this like Queen of Wands energy, right? Someone that you are going to quote unquote present yourself to. And I don't think that you can show up as the Knight of Wands in front of the Queen of Wands. You want to show up as the King of Wands. You want to show up as a divine counterpart, right? Of course you do. But what is keeping you in the Knight of Wands energy is all of this like internal conflict. 5 of Wands. There is a journey for you to go to places within yourself that you have not explored, that you need to explore. And don't keep running the same processes or don't keep running into the same places and the same strategies for dealing with what you think is the problem, because there is just, say for example, okay, I'm just going to use some really obvious examples and like just know that they're examples. Let's say you are not feeling like your most presentable self, just in terms of like the way that you would like to show up for people, right? And you're like a mad gym junkie. Like you just go to the gym all the time. And then you're like, okay, well, if I just keep going to the gym, or if I just like swap up my gym like program, then that'll really help things and it'll help this part of my body. And it's like, no, you've gone to the gym for the last 10 years. The gym is not the problem. Maybe you should try therapy and like work on your internal world. Again, that's an example, or it's like, well, you go to therapy and you go to the gym and you can't just like therapy and run your way like out of this. Sometimes you need to like get your career together. Like that's again an example. That's a very obvious example of like, okay, there are areas that you keep tweaking, but it's not even in that area that you need to address. It's somewhere else that you haven't even looked at. That's what you need to do. You need to go look at these different aspects of your life that you haven't even like approached. That's what you need to do. Because if you want to step to this Queen of Wands, you know that you're going to want to be the King of Wands when this person comes along. Now, is this person the Empress? It might be. It might not be. It might be someone else who is your divine counterpart. But it is so clear right now that there is like, before you are able to meet this person in a place where you're going to feel really proud of like how you are showing up, there is some places that you need to excavate within yourself. We have the star here. I want to get some more on the star. Universe, please, one side information. Page of Cups. King of Pentacles. The Devil. Okay. Oh, okay. This reading's full of twists and turns, y'all. No. Yo, that's messy. That is messy. Okay. Look. I'm not going to try and rewrite the message, right? Whether it's this Queen of Wands energy that you feel like you're eventually going to become a divine counterpart to, or that you would like to work towards, or this is the Empress energy, they are also a super bright light. They are a star energy. Many, many energies want to go toward. They are literally like a flame, and everyone is a moth to that flame. Like everyone is going towards this person as if they are a North Star. There is a line around the block for this star energy, okay? We have the Page of Cups and we have the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Devil coming up as well. There is a risk of you re-entering a familiar toxic cycle with this person that you have in mind by continuing on with the standard like behaviors that you would usually do. Yeah. No pressure or anything. Like, you do with that information what you will. But you are not the only person that sees how bright this star burns or how brightly this star shines. There are going to be people that are able to meet them emotionally. There are going to be people who are able to provide financially. Oh, I feel like I just got winded. I don't know if that's your energy to be like, oh, it feels like a punch to the gut to like acknowledge that. I feel like that puts pressure. I feel like that puts like really, and maybe you need that. Maybe you're the kind of person that needs a bit of, okay, I'll take it. Okay. I was going to put this back into the deck and it was like, no, take it. This is the 8 of Pentacles and last one. Okay, 9 of Swords. Okay, you got 2 options. You literally have 2 options. You have 2 options. I get that. I feel like you might be the kind of energy right now that needs tough love and needs that extra little bit of push. So I know for a fact you're not my usual collective because I am so soft. But your guides are like not that way. You have 2 options. You're either going to work your ass off to get to where you need to be, or you're just going to like mope about it. Those are your 2 pathways. What do you want to do? Do you want to mope about it, or do you want to like do something about it? And you already know you have those 2 pathways. You're either going to mope or you're going to do something. Your guides have faith in you doing something, but you need to have that faith in yourself as well. I need to get away from this energy. This is too much. This is usually I'm tapping into like my guides because I'm tapping into like my timeline ahead and all my beautiful Empress energies. But I can tell this is not the same collective and this is a different energy entirely. And it's just unfamiliar for me to inhabit such a... Yeah, I can feel it through my muscles on my back. I could just gotta... Let's get into your oracles, okay? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll do another reading later. Because usually I'm like, oh, I leave these readings and I'm feeling fluffy. I don't feel so fluffy right now. Okay, let's get into your oracles. The Mirror, self-reflection, writer, big picture. Did you forget all you had to go through to be you? I feel like There are situations that are holding up a mirror to yourself, and you're letting yourself succumb to the reflection that you're being shown, rather than deciding how you are going to show up when you are presented with that mirror. So it's like, let's say a circumstance really brought you down and took you away from goals or ambitions or the person that you thought you were going to be. You're shown a mirror that just shows you dejected, and you're like, well, that's me right now. Rather than being like, no, what I want to see in the mirror is someone who, despite all of that, overcame everything. You're resigning yourself to that mirror rather than deciding what is going to be reflected back at you. So there's this like lack of accountability and a lack of autonomy and like personal willpower there. Oh my God, I hate saying this. I hope this is finding whoever is resonating with it, because if someone talked to me like this, I'd be so mad. My guides know to talk gently to me. Oh my God, I'm sorry. This is so harsh. Okay. Last one. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. It came out in the reverse. There is a awakening that wants to come through, but you need to let it. And I feel like there's some of you that are just like feeling it happening and you're refusing it. And that's going to be your own downfall if you do that. No, okay, I need to jump off. I need to cuddle all my bunnies and my teddy bears, because this was harsh, y'all. This was real harsh. It's weird being in an energy that is so unlike my guides, that are just like sassy little girls. You know what I mean? This feels very masculine. This feels very like, yeah, harsh. Okay, I hope that you're doing okay. I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through. And I'm sorry that I had to be the messenger of this, but I hope that it helped, and I hope that... Anyways, oh my God, this is weird. All right. Okay, I don't know how to finish this. I love you. I hope you're doing okay. I hope that this helps. I have hope that it does. Maybe this is exactly how you need to be spoken to. Maybe this is exactly what needed to come through for you. I just feel like I'm the kind of person that wouldn't respond to this kind of... Maybe I do. Anyways, I'm going to jump off. Oh my God. All right. Love you. See you in the next one.